So for more on all of this, we're now going to welcome in the Vice President of the Institute of World Politics, Dr. John Callahan, as well as former CIA Senior Field Officer who was the founder of Wolfpack Consulting, Raymond White. Gentlemen, good morning. John, let me start with you here. So as we've really been reporting, Iran's response to the latest U.S. peace plan was a little more than a series of demands that the U.S. end its blockade of Iranian ports, as well as lift all the economic sanctions and even prevent Israel from attacking the terrorist groups that Iran supports. This response doesn't really adequately eliminate Iran's nuclear ambitions and puts the ceasefire at risk for sure. I guess the question is, where do we go from here? As we just heard from President Trump there, he called it a piece of garbage. He's not even considering it whatsoever, obviously.
Well, I think that what's next is Trump is going to China. And that, he's going to try to work with Xi to bring China into, as was mentioned in the reporting, deal with the uranium. That's one piece of it. That's the diplomatic side. I mean, it seems to me that the way to break Iran's control over the Straits of Hormuz is to go back to escorting ships through and building a coalition to do that. Once they don't control, the only real card they have that is verifiable is their ability to interdict the straits, and you do something about that, and then their power is broken, in my opinion, and then the rest sort of follows from that.
Yeah, exactly. And, we just did hear from our reporter, Jody Cohen, say that they could consider renewing Project Freedom. Of course, that was escorting those ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Raymond, to you now. So the threat of renewed military action by the United States did not appear to deter Iran's president. He had this to say in response, quote, "We will never bow our heads before the enemy. And if talk or dialogue or negotiation arises, it does not mean surrender or retreat. Rather, the goal is to uphold the rights of the Iranian nation and defend national interests with result strength," end quote there. So Iran's response is decidedly inflexible. I guess, Raymond, the question is, are American boots on the ground? Do you see that coming next?
Hey, Alex, good morning. As far as boots on the ground, no, I don't see that as a viable option. I think what we're looking at is probably kinetic action now replaced with diplomatic action. What Iran understands best is kinetic action. It's actually, when we go to the diplomatic side, the ball tends to be a bit more in their court. As far as this week, I think we're looking at definitely a ceasefire. Iran met with China last week, in fact, and they laid down the conversation for the summit that's going to take place in terms of the points they agree on. It's very basic. China wants oil to start flowing again. They've been paying for a discounted oil, and now it's affecting their economy. The United States wants the nuclear dust out. So I suspect at the end of the day, we're looking at probably some kind of negotiation that really involves both of those key points with economic sweeteners.
Yeah, it has certainly been hurting them economically, and China as well. John, the Wall Street Journal is now reporting that the United Arab Emirates have been secretly attacking Iran. So in April, actually hitting an oil facility. What do you make of this? Is this significant to you?
It is. I mean, the Iranians normally have a rule of, if you do something, we do something back, however symbolic or weak. But this is a little bit different. I mean, because the UAE has been attacked by Iran numerous times in the last 2 months, and them hitting back is basically the first time that the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council states, and the local regional players have sort of taken matters into their own hands. So I think it is significant.
Okay. And Raymond, to you now, I mean, the president is now asking Congress to suspend the federal gas tax. I mean, obviously, this is while gas prices are high because of the situation in the Gulf of Hormuz. Again, this is all surrounding the economy. Do you think that this will be able to get passed?
Yes, I do. I think, if you look at the big picture on this entire situation, the major pain point for Americans is the price of gas.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Were that price to be lowered, then that takes off the stress and the strain on the president to be able to do his job in terms of neutralizing Iran.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. John Callahan, Raymond White, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us this morning. Fantastic insight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so coming up, brief district